a night to see if the
I remember I used to go live.
I got you.
tell me what the visualization is. It's like if it's kosher.
You just popped up on my notification. I'm about to smooth navigation. Sound good?
We fought on her.
No, it sound good.
No, look at it. Are we far? It don't matter, though.
Nah, yeah, good.
All right.
Hold on, it is froze.
It froze?
Nah, we good. We good.
No, look at it.
We good.
Tell me if it froze.
We good.
All right, it popped up. All right, hold on. I have to look at my damn shit.
We good.
Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we're going to start off by giving infinite honor to our Heavenly Father and our great King.
Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Marakadash.
We also want to give double honor to our teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone, who our Heavenly Father has poured the Spirit upon to teach us His glorious gospel in this final hour. All right, shalom to them, brothers.
Shalom.
To the elder apostles, to the elder bishops on down. All right, and salutations to our fellow laborers in Yahushai, pushing the true cross the four winds in this final hour, man. Shalom to you, brother. All right, in this topic, we're going to talk about being the judges of the earth, man. The men of the Lord that are waking up in this final hour. All right, the Lord is not only blessing you by giving you eyes to see and ears to hear, He's blessing you because you will be the future judges of the earth. So before He puts you in that elect number, all right, you have to do what it takes. All right, we know about predestination. It's predestination that the elect going to be the elect, but we don't know that. All right, so what is Yahweh Shema going to do to you while you're in this flesh? He's going to put you in positions where you have to learn how to judge righteously. All right, and that's what we're learning how to do, because in this body, all right, the Most High has built up a church. In that church, you have situations that arise that you're going to have to judge. All right, and you read about that during the time that Paul went into those churches all throughout Asia Minor. He brought out various situations where he had to judge matters, okay, amongst people that was given away to that Grecian, Romano-Greco way of living. So when they came to the faith, guess what? They had all those demons and shit on them, and he had to make judgment calls on certain shit that they were doing. And that's what we're going to go into, man. Amen. We're at the end. Yahweh Shema Shai has raised up his servants, all right? And his servants have to learn how to judge, all right? We're going to be the judges of the earth. We're in that righteous number. And you learn how to judge right now. In the book of Judges, what does it tell you? Rehearse the righteous acts. Rehearsing the righteous acts means you have to learn how to judge, okay? The elect men are going to be the judges of the earth. They're going to be the rulers, the kings, the priests, according to Revelations, the first chapter, man. All right? So give me that in Romans 2, and start at verse 29, bro.
Con, this is Romans 2 and verse 29. It says, but he is a Jew, which is one inwardly, and circumcision is that of the heart.
Okay. So you have to learn how to judge men according to your mindset, not according to his appearance. When you learn how to judge, make judgment calls, you don't judge a man according to how he looks. All right? You can judge a man according to his spirit, according to his mindset. You might have a man that walk up to you, and he look like a full-blown Edomite biologically and according to his anatomy, his physical appearance. All right? But when you judge him spiritually, according to the words that come out of his mouth, his actions and his beliefs, you will see, oh no, this isn't an Edomite. This is an Israelite. All right? And the way you learn how to do those judgment calls is according to Romans, Salakia, according to 1 Corinthians 2:16. And then what it goes into is having the mind of Hamashiach Yahushua. It's written that King David had a heart. He sought out the heart of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right? It was a man after Yahweh's own heart. And that's what we have to be like. All right? For us to make righteous judgment, we have to have the mind of Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay? And when you come into the truth, you got brothers that come out of various different backgrounds. All right? And when brothers come into the faith, what do? They have demons on them. When a brother comes to the faith, he got demons on him. All right? When you come to the word of Yahweh Shema Shai and his doctrine, it exercises those demons. It get purified. Give me John 15:3. Get it for me, Anai. Baba Kashai.
All right, this John chapter.
Speak up.
This is John
Read
chapter
with power.
15 and verse 3. It says, "Now ye are clean
All right, you're made clean. Now let's see how you're made clean. Bring it out.
through the word which I have spoken unto you."
All right. So when you get this word up in you, you're made clean, and guess what? You have the mind of Hamashiach Yahushua, and now you're able to judge according to Yahushua's word, Yahweh Shema Shai's word. Okay? So it don't matter what situation arises. Don't matter if this person is a Israelite foreigner, a real heathen, all right, a Gentile, or a brother in the faith that does some off shit or something that's righteous, all right? The Most High is going to pour his spirit on you where you could discern and do righteous judgment, all right? Because he's going to cleanse your mindset, and he's going to replace it with his mindset. That's why scripture says, "Blessed is he that readeth." All right? And also in another place where it reads, "Study to show thyself approved." What are you showing to show yourself approved by? All right? You can now judge according to Yahweh Shema Shai's word. You have enough word in you that when you can judge situations, matters, and people. Righteously. Indeed. Bring out your precept, bro.
This is 1 John chapter 4 and verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of Yahweh.
All right. And the only way you can do that if you have built a relationship with Yahweh Shema Shai. Now you can judge people according to Yahweh Shema Shai's word. Man, look, man, this guy got a demon on him.
Okay.
All right? And you're not doing that according to your own merit. You're doing that according to the spirit. Oh, man, that brother's in the right spirit, man. I like that brother. He got a diligent spirit, a clean spirit on him, man. And you're judging him according to Yahweh Shema Shai's word. And when you seek Yahweh Shema Shai, one of the perks is, what does he do? He puts his Holy Spirit upon you. That's why he said about King David, a man after my own heart. Speak, I got a precept for this.
Yeah, he give you that spirit of discernment, where you can try the spirit by the spirit. Whether you could, the Lord will put the spirit on you, where you can understand if the Lord dealing with this guy or not, or if the Lord put the spirit on you, be like, hold on, something off about that brother, or something off about that guy or that man that comes into the fold, because it said, what, many are called, but few are chosen.
All right, this is Psalm 16:20. He is our power. He is the power of salvation. And I tell you how belong to issues of death. All right, that's not what I wanted. It's a lot different. All right. This song, I wanted verse 20. All right. It is written. I wanted verse 19. All right. Blessed is Yahweh who daily loaded us with benefits. One of those benefits that he loaded us with is the spirit of discernment. All right. For us to be able to read spirits. Okay. Every brother in the faith, and that's a quality you have to have. You have to be able to learn how to read spirits, man. That's the only way you could be a good judge. Okay. And that's what King David lusted after, having the mind of Yahweh Shema Shai, so he could do these things. Okay. Even the power of salvation, Selah. All right. So for you to acquire salvation and be a judge or a priest in the temple, all right, you have to be able to judge hard matters. Moses told him, look, if a matter is too hard for you to judge, bring it to me. But he told him, bring it to your elders, your priests, and so on and so forth. And if that matter is too hard to judge, bring it to me. Okay? That's what we have to do. All right? And we can't do no judgment with partiality. Yahweh Shema Shai hates a wicked man that judges on the outer appearance, or he judges, oh, I know this guy over here, so I'm going to deal with him differently than I know this stranger over there. No, that pisses Yahweh by Shema Shai off. You have to learn what's well pleasing to Yahweh by Shema Shai. Give me that Romans 12:2.
I'm right there. I got you.
All right, bring it up.
This Romans 12:2, it says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind,
Come on.
that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh.
All right. So you have to know what's well pleasing to him, what's good and acceptable to him. The only way you're going to know that is by what? Studying to show thyself approved and praying without ceasing. All right. And asking him for things that are valuable. How about Shema Shai? Give me wisdom. In fact, do be like you did Elisha. And when I read your word, Elisha asked you for a double dose of wisdom. Yahweh Shema Shai, give it to me. All right? So I can apply that wisdom to my life. These are the things we have to do. And look, we're in the final hour, and there's no room or no time for shucking and driving. All us brothers have went through this cleansing process. All right? Now we're at the end. Now is the time that we need to rock out to perfection and offend less. So with us doing that, what do we have to do? I mean, you have to do what King David did. All right? You have to do what Daniel did. And when you read the word about King David and Daniel, King David say in Psalms 119 that he sought the Lord 5 times daily. Who prays 5 times a day? Daniel said he did it 3 times a day. So you have to seek Yahweh by Shema Shai daily. Paul said do it without ceasing. All right? So you learn how to be a judge of the earth because Yahweh by Shema Shai has charged the men that he's raised up in this final hour to be ye judges of the earth. He said, give me Revelation 1:5. You get it to me, all right?
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 5, and it reads, it says, and from Yahushua HaMashiach, who is the faithful witness and the first begotten of the dead and the prince of the kings of the earth, unto him that loved us and washed us from our sins in his own blood. Verse 6, and he hath made us kings and priests unto Yahweh and his Father. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen.
All right. He said he raised up out of his dark, perverse world into his marvelous light to make us kings and priests. Kings and priests are judges of the earth, Aki. If you don't know, being a king is a position of authority, rulership, where you have to judge. And being a priest is the same thing. All right? When Yahweh Shema Shai raised up the Levitical priests after the order of Melchizedek, he raised up men that were in a position of authority that had to make judgments on the nation of Israel. So if he's waking us up in this final hour, what is he expecting us to do? Judge righteously. Don't judge according to appearance. Okay? We can't be judged. Hey, look, we in the final hour. Hey, we have no more room for error. Give me 2 Ezra 17 and 26. Start at 25. Sirach 17 and 25. So like
this is Sirach chapter 17 and verse 25. And it reads, return unto the Lord Yahweh and forsake thy sins.
All right. The Most High tells us to become a new creature. Put off the old man, put on the new man. Bring it out.
Make thy prayer before his face and offend less.
And offend less. What did Paul say? Pray without ceasing and offend less. Okay? It says a deacon and a bishop have to do what? Be blameless. Every man of the Lord has to be blameless. Okay? So when you being blameless and you dealing with the affairs of the church, guess what? You have to do righteous judgment. Give me 1 Corinthians, the 5th chapter. All right? And it's things written in the 4th chapter that was done for our learning, and we have to learn from it.
From the top?
From the top.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 1. it is reported commonly that there is fornication among you.
All right, niggas was going off. All right, in the church of Corinthia, it was going off so much. Yeah, the Most High put the spirit on Paul to write them 2 letters to make sure that their house got in order, man. All right, bring it out.
But if I can say, is he talking about the wicked of Israel, or are you talking about the righteous?
Let's talk about the church, man.
The elect men
Bring it out.
come. And it says, and such fornication is not so much as name among the Gentiles.
Is it not written that the sins of the wicked has surpassed the deeds of the wicked? The sins of Israel had surpassed the deeds of the wicked. It's written.
Come.
All right, that's what Paul was getting at. And y'all niggas is worse than the heathens round about us. The heathen ain't going off like this. They not doing this shit that y'all doing. Bring it out.
That one should have his father's wife.
Bring it out.
Verse 2, and ye are puffed up.
All right, that's the same thing Reuben did. That's why Reuben, y'all got to realize, Reuben was the firstborn. So according to the customs and the culture of the nation of Israel, he was supposed to get a double portion when his father died of the inheritance. All right? But it skipped him because guess what? He committed that grave sin. He went up to his father's couch and dealt with one of his father's women. Okay? Going totally off. So if some shit like that happened, what should you be able to do when it comes to the affairs of the house of Yahweh Shema Shai? You should be able to judge righteously, right? And let's see what Paul said.
And it reads, it says, and have not rather mourned that he that have done this deed might be taken away from among you.
Come on.
Verse 3, for I verily, as absent in body, but present in spirit,
Come on.
have judged already as though I were present.
All right. So he said, look, man, I done heard this foul shit. Soon as it came to my ears started tickling, and I made my judgment as soon as it hit my ears. All right, bring it out.
And it says, and it reads, concerning him that have so done this deed.
Come on.
Verse 4, in the name of the Lord Yahweh, Yahushai, when ye are gathered together in my spirit with the power of the Lord Yahushai HaMashiach. Verse 5, to deliver such and one unto Satan.
He say, hey, look, man, put that nigga outside of the temple. That nigga's profane. Put him outside of the temple. Okay? And that's what we're supposed to do, man. Right now, we're at the end. At the end of a thing, that's where you're supposed to be getting stronger, all right, and becoming wiser. We're at the end of this devil's rulership and tyranny on the planet Earth. Okay? So what are we supposed to be doing? We're supposed to be preparing ourselves for the turbulent times that the scriptures say is supposed to happen in the final hour. All right? So you're supposed to be offended less. You're supposed to be, and for brothers that are not offended in positions of authority where it's time to judge, you're supposed to be given righteous judgment. And that's the thing, those are the type of things we're going to get judged about. How we dealt with the affairs of Yahweh Shema Shai's house. Hey, that man that got 10 talents, and this guy that got 2 talents, oh, look, he ain't do good with those 2 talents. Give it over here to this guy that got 10. He dealt righteously with the affairs of my house. Okay? So you got to pray to Yahweh Shema Shai for more wisdom so you can deal with the affairs of Yahweh Shema Shai's house. And that's what Solomon did. Give me that 1 Kings 3. That's what Solomon did. He said, I'm but a child. You know? I don't know how to judge over this nation. So he asked the Most High to give him more wisdom, man. All right?
From the top.
Bring it out.
This is 1 Kings chapter 3 and verse 1. And Solomon made affinity with Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
Come on.
And took Pharaoh's daughter and brought her into the city of David.
No. Go to 1 Kings. Hold up. Slack you for that.
gonna start at 3.
What 3 say?
It says, and Solomon loved the Lord.
That's it. Read it out.
This is 1 Kings chapter 3 and verse 3. And Solomon loved the Lord Yahweh, walked in the statutes of David his father.
Come on.
Only he sacrificed and burnt incense in high places.
No, that's definitely not where we go. That's 1 King.
Yeah.
So
Chapter
lock you
3.
for that.
Chapter
I want the account where he prayed for wisdom. Hold on. Go to 1 Kings. That's 1
You
Kings.
talking about when he say I'm about a child?
Yeah.
Okay, that's 7.
Bring it up.
1 Kings 3 and 7. And now, O Lord, my power, thou hast made thy servant king instead
Let
over.
me see. I know it's 1 Kings 3. Start at verse 6. That's it. That's it.
I know it's right in that
I don't
area.
know why I started off at I don't know why I started off. I thought it started off at the top.
But I knew where you was going at though.
Yeah, come, bring it out.
This 1 Kings chapter 3 and verse 6. And Solomon said, thou hast showed unto thy servant David, my father, great mercy,
Come on.
according as he walked before thee in truth and in righteousness and in righteousness of heart with thee. Uprightness. Kind. The word. And it says, and thou hast kept from him this great kindness, that thou hast given him a son to sit on his throne as it is this day.
Keep reading, bro.
Verse 7. It says, and now, O Lord Yahweh, my power, thou hast made thy servant king instead over David, my father, and I am but a little child. I know not how to go out or come in. All right, and that's that was King Solomon. He felt like that he wasn't man or bold enough to be reigning over the nation of Israel. He felt like that he wasn't righteous enough to do so.
He knew he was young.
Yeah, he was.
All right.
Yeah.
He knew that was a great task that he was put in.
It was
The same way we felt when the Lord raised us up and told us to go out and prophesy. You know,
right.
He was in a humble and contrite spirit. He was in the right spirit.
And Jonah the same way.
Yeah.
Jonah. He was the same way, right? Is this the first?
No. Jonah wasn't like that. That was two different scenarios. Keep reading.
Kind. Right. It says, verse 8, and thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen, a great people that cannot be numbered, nor accounted or multitude.
All right. So he was saying, look, man, the nation of Israel is the greatest nation on the planet Earth. Now I've been put in a position to come after my great father, the great King David, to judge over these people and rule over these people. And look, I need you to help me. I can't do this without you. All right. So he came to the Yahweh Shai with a great request. Bring it out.
Verse 9, it says, give therefore thy servant an understanding heart.
He said, give me an understanding heart. Give me wisdom. Bring it out.
And it says, that I may discern between good and bad.
All right. For you to discern between good and bad, that means give me enough understanding so I could judge the matters that arise amongst this great nation. All right? So I can give righteous judgment. That's basically what he was asking. Bring it out.
It says, I'm going to read it again. It says, a heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this, thy so great of a people?
So he was asking the Lord to put a spirit on me so I could be a good judge. Okay? That's what we're supposed to be doing right now. Get built up in the spirit, studying to show ourselves approved, drinking these rivers of living water, eating this bread of life, so we can judge over the affairs of the household. He's going on a vacation. He's going on a business trip. So the people that he leaving in the stead of his house, he wants them to take care of affairs of his house. And when he come back, he wants to commend or deal with or judge the ones that haven't done a good job. Okay? Bring it out, brother.
And the reason it says, verse 10, 1 Kings chapter 3 and verse 10, it says, and the speech pleased the Lord Yahweh, that Solomon had asked this thing.
Because he could have asked for riches. He could have asked for his enemies to be killed. But he asked for wisdom so I can learn how to judge over this great nation. That's what we need to be doing. That's what we need to be doing in this final hour. He didn't raise up these prophets just to do what? Prophesy the doom and destruction of Babylon and our enemies. He raised up prophets to feed the nation Israel with knowledge and wisdom. And when you dealing with a church, guess what? Certain situations are going to arise because people are coming out of this dark, perverse world into this church. And guess what? They're going to have demons on it. And you're going to have to judge over the affairs of the household. And Yahweh Shema Shai takes that to heart. He want to know that you're judging righteous judgment. Okay? Give me wisdom of Solomon 6 and 1. That's it. We're about to see how Yahweh feel about that.
All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, and verse 1. It says, hear therefore, O ye kings, and understand. Learn, ye that be judges of the ends of the earth.
Come on.
Verse 2. Give ear, ye that rule the people.
All right. Come on.
And glory in the multitude of nations. For power is given you of the Lord, and sovereignty from the highest.
All right. So Yahweh Shema Shai has raised up his servants to what? Preside over his affairs in the household. Okay. So when he give you this knowledge, all right, he's giving you this knowledge to do what? Righteous judgment. This sovereignty, this power that is given to you, he's giving it to you not to mishandle and deal with his servants any kind of way. All right? He wanted, when brothers come out of the faith, have we seen it? When brothers come out of this dark world to the faith, guess what? Is Rome built in a day? No. Brothers come with some shit on it, with some shit. All right? So you have to learn how to deal righteous judgment. You got to know when to rebuke, reprove. All right? When to reprove harshly and sternly. And then when to just have a simple dialogue in the spirit of meekness. All right? Rebuke and reprove don't always have to be fiery indignation. All right? And the Lord gives you wisdom to know how to deal with every situation. Okay? Bring it out.
Who shall try your works and search out your counsels?
And the Lord is going to deal with you how you dealt with the flock of his pasture. He's going to deal with you how you dealt with his vineyard. He wants to know that you wasn't ill with his servants. So therefore, you got to learn to deal righteously. Bring it out, brother.
Because being ministers of his kingdom, ye have not judged aright, nor kept the law, nor walked after the counsel of Yahweh.
All right. And look, everything is written aforetime was written for our learning. Okay? And let's see what he see about how he feels about guys that don't do it the right way. Bring it out.
Verse 5. Horribly and speedily shall he come upon you, for a sharp judgment shall be to them that be in high places.
All right. When the Lord puts you in the high places, man, the more you're supposed to be humble and contrite. And guess what? When he puts you in the high places, he puts you in a position of authority. So he's looking forward to you to do what? Judge righteously, man. It's written that you that take advantage of one of his little ones, is better for you to put a great millstone around your neck and jump in the sea. So he's basically saying in layman's terms, hey, look, nigga, it's best for you to commit suicide. Be a suicidal, sadistic maniac, yo. All right? The Lord is serious about his house, bro. You mismanaged the affairs of his house. He's told you plainly it's best for you to commit suicide. And look, you commit suicide, he being so wrong, is better than what I'm going to do to your ass. Nigga, I'll keep you alive. Real talk.
Broadcast that motherfucker via the internet.
Hey, I'll keep
Oh,
you alive. I'll keep you alive and make you suffer and make you wish for death. All right? And that's why it's imperative that we're supposed to deal righteously. Hey, somebody, I see a precept. Hey, somebody look on the comment board. Look, no. Look on your page. You should be able to go straight to it. Don't you got the thing where you can press up
I got you.
and you can see what's written? Because I can't see it from here.
Nah, ain't no precept on
But the brother just salute. It's the brother. His name started M. Shalom, brother. That brother.
Shalom,
That brother be on here consistently. Yahaba Shema Shabarakatai. That brother be on there consistently. Yeah, that brother be on there every sit down, man. Shalom to you, brother. Okay.
You want me to finish that First King?
No, that's it on there.
That was it on there.
All right. Give me John 7:24.
This is the book of John, chapter 7, and verse 24. And it reads, it says, judge not according to the appearance,
Come on.
but judge righteous judgment.
All right. And the way you learn to do that is by seeking Yahweh Shema Shawai and may be found. All right. You do that by renewing your mind through the washing of the word. Okay. When you judge according to this worldly standard, if you see a bum and he don't have on nice rags, you automatically count him out, right? That's how people judge according to this word, right?
Yep.
But we've learned you'll see somebody that look like they're in despair and look like they're not in good estate. And when you talk to them, what you find out? They're more intelligent than the people that you think are up to par. They have more understanding than the people that you think that have made it. All right? And that's what the Lord teaches us how to do. Not judge people according to the outward appearance. Don't just look at somebody and just count them out. Okay? And this is why. Judge, give me 1 Corinthians 1:26.
You got it, brother?
I got you.
Okay.
This 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 26. It says, for ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called.
All right. So when you understand that the Lord, with the men he picked, the vast majority of them are doctors and lawyers. There's a few isolated cases where they're people of prestige in this society. But the vast majority of the people that he picked are not noble men or according to society, are not rich men according to society. All right. The Most High normally choose the black sheep. All right. People that are ostracized. He's for the underdog. Okay. So he teaches us not to judge according to appearance. All right. Keep reading, brother.
This is verse 27. It says, but Yahweh have chosen the foolish things.
He's chose people that were idiots, ignoramuses, according to society. And what he would do with them. To show his power, let's see what he'll do with a foolish person. Can you read?
The foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
He'll raise up an ignoramus nigger that was ignorant his whole life, put a spirit on him, and make him give him his knowledge and wisdom and understanding, and make him confound doctors, lawyers, scientists, niggas that so-called doctors that went to seminary school that excel in religious affairs. And they'll come up to this guy that they will perceive as unlearned, and the Lord will pour his spirit on him to confound him to do what? Show his power. Okay? This truth teaches you how to judge righteously. Okay? Bring it out.
And Yahweh have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
Come on.
And base things of the world and things which are despised have Yahweh chosen.
So when you see how Yahweh Shema Shai picks his servants, he doesn't pick a LeBron James. He doesn't pick a Jesse Jackson for the most part. He doesn't pick a Frederick Douglass. Who are all these black people they
Steve
honor?
Harvey.
Huh?
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey is a fucking coon. We not even hey, even people in this society look at him as a coon. You know, but we talking about the people of prestige that they put in black
Jay-Z.
And February, what's February called? Black History Month. All right, these people. He don't pick people like that. Brothers, when you talk about brothers that have this knowledge that grown in the faith, they're unknown from the habitats that they grew up. They're not people of prestige from where they're from. Are you well known from where you grew up?
No.
Huh? How do the people look at you?
They don't even know me.
You see what I'm saying? Are you well known from where you grew up?
Not at all.
How do people look at you?
Nobody.
They look at me as a fucking. Hey, the people where I grew up, they look at me. They always said I was crazy. Okay, they look at me as a oddball. Okay, so they would, if they was to judge according to flesh and outer appearance, they wouldn't do righteous judgment because guess what? We fear the Lord. That's what counts. What's the whole duty of man? To fear the Lord and keep his commandments. Okay? So when we deal with the affairs of Yahweh Hashem Shah, we got to judge righteously. That brother did put a precept. Occupy till I come. Get Luke 4:19. Shalom, brother. Yahweh Hashem Shah Barakatah.
Luke 4:19, I got it, bro.
That's a different, bro. They just put it up there.
Kind, this is Luke chapter 4 and verse 19. It says to preach the acceptable year of the Lord.
Come on.
Verse 20. And he closed the book and he gave it again to the minister and sat down, and the eyes of all them that were in the synagogue were fasting of him.
All right, and when it talks about our great king, when you go to Isaiah, what it is, 52 and 53, where it say he was, when you laid your eyes on him, he was not one that you would exalt, okay? When you looked at him, he wasn't a man of authority and prestige, but this is who Yahweh gave all that power and majesty to, man. Read it again.
And it reads, it says, verse 20, it says,
He picked a man in the nation of Israel that wasn't a Sadducee or a Pharisee. All right? He picked a regular man, just an average Joe, to come bring forth his glorious gospel. Okay? And if the Pharisees and Sadducees looked upon him, they looked at him as insignificant. They didn't know how to do righteous judgment. And that's what we're learning in this final hour, man. We don't look at a man's outer appearance. We don't look at how a man, so-called a person that look like an Edomite. Do we cancel him out because he got white porcelain skin?
No.
Because he got unclean skin and blonde hair? Do we cancel him out? No. We funnel him through the scriptures, man. Who your father is? Who your father is? We ask him certain questions that see if it reconciles with the scriptures or with an Edomite. You know? The Lord commands us to do righteous judgment. Bring out your precept.
This is Psalm chapter 138 and verse 6. Though the Lord Yahweh be high, he respect unto the lowly.
To the lowly.
But the proud he knoweth.
All right, Kanye West will consider a high. Jay-Z is considered a high. All right? These senators, these Republicans, all these heads of state amongst our people that are in positions of power, they're considered the highly. But the Lord deals with the lowly. All right? So when you have to learn how to judge matters, not by your visual senses, your senses, what you can see, hear, smell. All right? You judge men according to their hearts. All right, give me that. In fact, give me that 1 Samuel. Give me 1 Samuel 16:7. And when we talk about that heart that goes into the Hebrew word la'ab, it's talking about according to their mind, their thinking pattern. Okay? How they think.
It's first
An elect man, even when he's in the world, I'm not going to say that, but most men that you talk to in the faith, they hate homos. Am I tripping?
Oh.
And they'll tell you they hated homos when they was in the world.
Exactly.
All right, now not but we're not gonna but when you learn righteous judgment, you learn that there will have homos that do what? Come into the faith and get delivered.
Repent.
1 Corinthians the 9th chapter, right? You know? So therefore, you learn how to do righteous judgment no matter where a man come from or no matter what he did. Okay? Bring it out.
It's 1 Samuel chapter 16 and verse 7. But the Lord Yahweh said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance.
Look not how a man look. Look not on what you've heard about that man. Don't look at his countenance, but what?
It says, or the height of his stature.
Don't look. Oh, he look like LeBron James. He's in the. He's the image of health. Bring it out.
Because I have refused him.
I ain't dealing with them niggas, man. I don't want them niggas. Bring it out.
The Lord Yahweh seeth not as a man seeth.
Isaiah 55:9. All right. Yahweh Shemel Side. My ways are higher than your ways. I don't think like a degenerate like you puny humans. Bring it out.
It says, for man looketh on the outward appearance.
All right. That's how niggas judge matters. Man, niggas, heathen, all the same. If you come into the faith, you're a spiritual juggernaut. You're an Israelite. You're a prince of the power. Bring it out.
It says, but the Lord Yahweh looketh on the heart.
He look at your mindset, what you think, how you carry yourself. If you got integrity, morale, okay? So on and so forth. Hey, what's the code on
9212. Remember lie wife.
here? Boy, you like saying this shit.
Hey, her mindset got her in the show.
Her mindset, though, she was polluted. Her thinking was polluted.
Straight
You're
up.
right, bro. Give me. Did I tell you get Jeremiah 17:10 yet? Bring it out. Y'all hear all them geese? This shit ridiculous.
This is Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 10. And it reads, it says, I, the Lord Yahweh, search the heart.
All right, and the heart, we gotta always say, the heart is a muscle that pumps blood.
Okay.
All right, there's no intelligence in the heart. When the Lord talks about the heart, he's talking about your cognitive function, your brain. When you look up that word in the Hebrew, it's the Hebrew word la'ab, and it goes into your cognitive function, your spirit, your mind, your brain. All right, your brain differentiates from unclean and clean, holy and unholy. All right, it's cognitive. All right, so you can interchange that word heart with your mindset. Bring it out.
It says, I try the ruins,
the reins,
Shalakia, even to give every man according to his ways.
He tests men according to their thought patterns, their thinking capacities, if they fear me or not. All right? If they're wholesome or not. The Most High hate a stinking thinker. Heathens are stinking thinkers. 2/3 are stinking thinkers. He loved men that live according to his commandments, man, and have his mindset like King David. That's the elect. All right? Give me Romans. No, not Romans. Give me Revelation 2:23.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 23. And it reads, I will kill, Shalakia, Revelation chapter 2 and verse 23. And I will kill her children with death.
All right, he's talking about Jezebel. All right, when you read up on that precept, he's talking about Jezebel, what he's going to do to people that don't judge right, and people will have the mindsets of the heathen. Bring it out.
Kind. It says, and all the churches shall know that I am he which searches the ring, how you say that word?
That's that same word, reins.
Reins and hearts.
All right, he searches the mindsets of men. The men that judge righteously, the men that think clearly, all right, and kingly, cleanly, priestly, and righteously. That's what the Lord is looking for. People that fear him, that is after his own heart. And he said, if you're not thinking like that, I'm going to do you what I did that bitch Jezebel. I'm going to burn that bitch with fire. Because 2/3 of our people are in the spirit of Jezebel.
Mm-hmm.
Jezebel killed all the prophets, as many prophets as she could kill. She was against the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shema Shah. And you have people that came and tried to incorporate themselves, synchronize with the church that had the spirit of Jezebel on them. And the Most High say, look, if you don't get that foul-ass spirit on you, I'm going to kill you. And you servants that I have in positions of authority, if you see somebody rocking out the spirit of Jezebel, you better kill her or snuff out your light, man. So that's where we added this thing of ours, man. The Lord is looking for us to offend less. Matthew 5:48, he said, be ye perfect as the Father in heaven is perfect. Okay? Mm-hmm. And he want his servants, when it comes to dealing with the affairs of his church, to do righteous judgment. Or else he gonna do you what he told Jezebel. Bitch, I'm gonna burn you with fire.
See, that we gonna do with America.
Yeah, indeed. So with that, Americans in the same spirit as Jezebel.
Exactly.
What's the difference?
Kind.
All right, so with that, I'm gonna get infinite honor. We're gonna get infinite honor to our Heavenly Father, our great King.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Hakadosh.
We're gonna get double honor to our teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to our fellow ladies in Yahweh Shai. Form Yasharala,
Baba Ball, Shalom.
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 Baba Ball.
Baba Ball.